Hey everyone, this is Pharaoh Silver, the Pharaoh of Beer Money Finance, back with another Beer Money review. And this one is on Sweatcoin. And yes, I know I said I wasn't going to do one on Sweatcoin, but I'm feeling a lot better now. I'm going to do it. So let's do this. So Sweatcoin is an app that pays you to walk. It was created in 2015 by co-founders Oleg Fomenko and Egor Khmelev and was one of the first of its kind. It connects to a phone's health and fitness data, usually Apple or Google, as well as GPS to track a user's steps, and you receive Sweatcoins in proportion to the amount of steps that you make. The main feature of Sweatcoin, you can see here in front of you, is this step counter. And here you can kind of set your daily goal if you want. I believe you have to go to your profile though in order to do that. But you can set your daily goal of amount of steps, and you do that upon startup. I set my daily goal of this one about 5,000, and you can earn up to a maximum of 10,000 steps. I believe the going rate right now, I haven't really checked very well, but I believe it's something like 0.01 Sweatcoin, roughly 0.01 Sweatcoin every 10 steps. There is also the daily rewards, where if you click here in the middle, it will lead you to an ad. So let me go ahead and run an ad now. And after you play an ad, you're awarded with a random amount of Sweatcoins, somewhere between 1 and 3. Now I'm going to go ahead and do this last one so that I can show you what happens after you play all 3 ads. You get to do this something called a spin and win, and you can earn even more Sweatcoins. So give me one moment here. And after I completed that one, I have gotten my 7 here, and now I have a chance to spin. And with this spin, I can earn some extra Sweatcoin. And I do this with a multiplier. So I'm going to go ahead and spin here. And as I spun the wheel, another ad came up, and I happened to earn some, here we go, times 1.3 multiplier. So I earned 9.1 Sweatcoin for the day. Now I can click spin again if I don't like my result, and hopefully I'll come up with and get something a little better. I can do this up to twice, and then after that I believe I just have to go with the result. So I'm going to go ahead and just take my 9 here so that we can move on to the next part, and that is what you can do with the Sweatcoin. I should also mention that you can earn 5 Sweatcoins by inviting a friend as well. The only thing I should mention though is that this button doesn't always work, and sometimes it will switch over to something else like the bonus Sweatcoins for like daily rewards as well. Now, to show you what you can do with the Sweatcoin, we're going to go to the second tab here, and this gives us some options. So here you can shop around, look for certain things. They do give you a lot of pretty decent deals, actually. I did get like 90% off Microsoft Office, at least Microsoft Office 2021. And that was a pretty good deal. That was like 20 bucks. That wasn't too bad. But yeah, you pretty much can use your Sweatcoin to get these deals, like 80% off a Ultra Watch for 5 Sweatcoin. Some of the really good deals are going to be like 5 or 10 Sweatcoin. And then there are some decent deals as well for free. Okay, so now we can go to bid, and here you can actually take part in like auctions where you can win certain prizes. Go to this one. Unfortunately, you do need premium in order to do this. It is $5 a month or $25 a year for premium. Now, if you're wondering if you can earn any cash on this, the answer to this is no, but there is an option to earn crypto, and that is through the Sweat Wallet, but that is a whole other app, and we'll get to it in a little bit. You can also pay 5 Sweatcoin and take part in a scratch card. This is if you have reached your daily goal, which I had done in the past. I haven't done it lately, but like today, but I did do it in the past, and I haven't used the scratch card yet, but let's go ahead and give it a try. So it says that I was able to use my scratch card, but here when I swipe and pay for the 5, it tells me that I have not earned enough Sweatcoins yet from steps. That's interesting because I have plenty of steps here. It is connected to the same thing that Cashwalk is, but that is whatever. There's also some draws as well. You can pay 10 Sweatcoin for a $100 gift card for 40 winners. And yeah, it's mostly just giveaways and draws and deals as well if you want to save money on certain products. Now, as I mentioned, there is a whole other app where you can actually earn cash, well, more like crypto, They do have a crypto called Sweat, and you can use this app, Sweat Wallet, to earn that. So I'm going to click on this, continue with Sweatcoin, and here you can see the amount of sweat that I have. So it took me about 2 weeks to get verified, and then I'm able to earn sweat based off of the amount of steps that I have gotten. I get 1 sweat for every 6,800 steps. This number increases with each passing block that they have. I think eventually gets to a point where it becomes too unobtainable to get it in a single day. And for those of you that are wondering how much a sweat is, a sweat right now currently stands at about 0.8 of a dollar, and that is actually up. When I first originally put on the script, I put it on about 0.6 of a dollar, so it is up a little bit from that. However, if you take a look on the app here, and I show you the exchange rate, we're sitting at 6,800 steps to 1 sweat. So that means that is 6,800 steps for every 0.8 of a penny, I believe. Yeah, that's right. And if I did the math on that, that means that I'm earning a penny every 8,784 steps. Now, if I compare this with an app like MacAdam or Cashwalk, you see here, I'm not really getting much bang for my buck at all. And it's only going to get worse from here as well. So the value here to me is just not there. Whether or not it's with Sweat Wallet, I honestly think between the two, I would take Sweatcoin. Although the Sweatcoins themselves there really don't have much of a monetary value. Back to Sweatcoin, they do also have challenges, some activities for you. Like this is the big one that they're showing where you can earn 15 sweat if you do 150,000 steps for the month. And then there's also the clubs list as well, where you can join a club, I guess. And it's kind of similar to what you see with other games or other rewards apps where you can kind of get with a community and kind of compete together or earn together. So the main pro that I saw with Sweatcoin was that you do get genuinely good deals once in a while. Most of them are in tech. There might be a couple in finance as well, I'm not sure. But as far as deals, you do get good deals, especially those that cost 5 or 10 Sweatcoin. I try to come up with a couple more pros. Unfortunately, I can't find them. Cons of this are that there's no value for Sweatcoins. I mean, yeah, you get deals for them, but no monetary value otherwise. So the Sweatcoins are only worth the amounts that you are willing to save from these deals. And then the Sweat crypto is even worse, where you're basically walking 8,000 steps to earn a single penny. That's 800,000 steps for a dollar. That would take you forever to get to any sort of real monetary value with it, unless it's somehow like 10x or even 100x in price. I think even at 10x, it's still not that great of a deal. Also, there's just not much functionality going on with Sweatcoin. And with a lack of value and functionality, I got to give this a red. Sorry. I mean, it was a fun idea, and I'm sure it was the first of its kind, but there are so many other better apps out there. You can use Cashwalk. You can use MacAdam. There are so many other better options out there for walking apps that you can use other than this one. And I strongly recommend that you use those rather than this, even with Cashwalk and MacAdam having recently nerfed. And that's the review, everyone. I know this one was kind of short, but I mean, there really wasn't much to talk about here. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to Beer Money Engine and also comment what you think of Sweatcoin. I am Pharaoh Silver signing out, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.